Welcome to Movie IQ, the channel where your movie obsession finally has a home. Whether you're here for the tearjerkers, the thrillers, the rom-coms that wreck you, or the hidden gems nobody told you about, we got you covered because we bring you every type of movie, recommendations, breakdowns, and full-on recaps that hit different. Today, we're diving into 5 romance movies that will have your heart racing, your jaw dropping, and your watch list completely full. Before we get into it, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button right now, smash that like button, and share this video with someone who needs a good movie in their life. Let's get this community growing. Now, let's get into it.
Number 5 on our list, and trust me, this one is a slow burn that explodes. The Hating Game, where Lucy Hutton and Joshua Templeton share the tiniest office in New York City and the most electric tension you have ever seen on screen. These two are co-assistants to rival publishing company CEOs who got forced into one building, one floor, one space, and absolutely zero chill because they play games on each other all day. Every single day. The mirror game, the starring game, the lying game, everything is a competition and everything is dripping with tension that neither of them wants to admit is actually attraction. Lucy is sweet, ambitious, and completely convinced she hates this man, but Joshua is cold, calculated, impossibly gorgeous, and completely unbothered by everything except her. And when a promotion opens up and they're suddenly competing for the same job, the stakes skyrocket because now it's not just office war, it's who wants it more and who's gonna crack first. And let me tell you, the moment this thing tips from hate to heat is absolutely worth the wait. This is the enemies to lovers blueprint, executed with chemistry that practically melts through your screen.
Number 4, and this one is going to make you laugh, cringe, and completely fall apart in the best way possible. Love Hard, starring Nina Dobrev as Natalie, a hopeless romantic in LA who writes a dating column about every terrible date she's ever been on. And then, finally, she finds him. The perfect guy on a dating app. Charming, funny, easy to talk to, and she falls hard. So hard, she books a flight across the country to surprise him for Christmas and show up at his door. And the moment she knocks, that door opens, and everything falls apart. Because the man standing in front of her is not the man in the photos. She's been catfished. Completely catfished. But here's the twist. The real guy, Josh, played by Jimmy O Yang, is actually sweet and genuine and dorky in the most lovable way, and he offers her a deal. Pretend to be his girlfriend for the holidays, help him win back his ex, and in exchange, he'll set her up with Tag, the actual guy from the photos. And so begins the most chaotic Christmas rom-com plan that has ever existed. Because fake dating, real feelings, holiday chaos, family dinners, awkward moments, and one very confusing heart later, Natalie doesn't know what she wants anymore, and Josh doesn't know how to stop her.
Number 3, and this one comes in swinging with chaos, honesty, and the kind of friendship that absolutely should not exist between two people this attracted to each other. Sleeping with Other People, starring Jason Sudeikis and Alison Brie as Jake and Lainey, two people who hooked up one wild night in college, lost each other, and then bumped back into each other 12 years later in New York City, both of them completely broken at love. Jake is a serial womanizer who sabotages every relationship he touches, and Lainey is hopelessly obsessed with the wrong guy, a doctor she can't quit no matter how badly he treats her. And somehow these two train wrecks decide to become best friends. Platonic, no touching, a pact, because they both know they would absolutely destroy each other if it crossed that line. And watching them try to hold that line while going on dates with other people, while talking about everything, while being each other's entire emotional support system, while obviously falling in love is the most entertaining, painful, relatable thing you will watch all year. Because we've all been there, haven't we? This film is raw, funny, grown-up, and completely honest about how messy love actually is. Sleeping with Other People earns number 3, and it earns it hard. Number 2, and prepare yourself because this one is gorgeous. Sylvie's Love, set in 1950s Harlem where Tessa Thompson plays Sylvie, a young woman working in her father's record shop who is already engaged to a respectable man away on military duty when in walks Robert, a young saxophonist played by Nnamdi Asomugha who is talented and kind and completely captivated by her from the very first moment. And what unfolds between them is one of the most achingly beautiful love stories committed to film. They fall slowly, deeply, completely, and then life does what life always does. It pulls them apart. Robert's quartet lands a gig in Paris, and suddenly this love that felt like everything has to survive distance and time and choices and the weight of what each of them wants for their future. And years later, when their paths cross again, nothing has been resolved, and everything still feels exactly the same. This film is a love letter to old Hollywood romance, to jazz, to black love, to the kind of story that doesn't get told nearly enough. And Tessa Thompson delivers a performance so full of grace that you feel every single moment in your chest.
And here we are, number 1, the one that's sitting at the top of this list for a reason. Carolina Caroline, starring Samara Weaving as Caroline, a gas station attendant in small-town West Texas who has spent her whole life dreaming of getting out, finding her estranged mother, and becoming something more than what this town has decided she is. And then in walks Oliver, played by Kyle Gallner, a smooth-talking, charming, dangerous con man who is already running from the law when he blows into her life and offers her a way out. And she takes it, because sometimes the worst decision is the one that finally feels right. What follows is a crime-soaked, sun-drenched road trip through the American Southeast that is part Bonnie and Clyde, part love story, part tragedy, and completely electric from the first frame to the last. Samara Weaving is absolutely magnetic as Caroline, fierce, reckless, vulnerable all at once. And the chemistry between her and Gallner is the kind that makes you forget to breathe. Set against a soundtrack of Jason Isbell, Chris Stapleton, and Loretta Lynn, this film is soaked in Americana grit and doomed romance, and it is unlike anything you've seen in years. Carolina Caroline premiered at Toronto, premiered at the top of this list, and it will absolutely premiere at the top of your watch list. Number 1, undisputed.
And that is a wrap on 5 romance movies that prove love is messy, beautiful, complicated, and completely worth it. From the enemies to lovers tension of The Hating Game, to the catfish chaos of Love Hard, the painfully honest sleeping with other people, the timeless elegance of Sylvie's Love, and the genre-defining fire of Carolina Caroline, your watch list just leveled up. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, drop your favorite romance movie in the comments, and subscribe to Movie IQ because we are just getting started. See you in the next one.